Hello and welcome back. So the plan today is to put down the the light oil cracking. So we are going to add a station here, light oil packs, circuit condition, and go to it. So this is currently where we've put down the new plastic build. We are going up to where refinery used to be. And then we have a signalling issue because we have this train parked. Let's move that train forwards. There we go. Cool. So this should have a complete parts list for the light oil cracking. It's possible it does not. I may have accidentally pulled some things out of these, but we'll find out. Okay, let's put this down. Right. Do we have another stack inserter? No, we don't. Thank you, that's really helpful. Okay, there we are. So let's grab that, make a new blueprint. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can deconstruct this. Well, that's pretty awesome. That's starting to unload. So I need more stack inserters. Let's run over and get some. I should have a train around here somewhere that has some. Do we have any here? I may need to put down slow inserters. No, there's a stack of stacks. Oh, they were... Okay, so that's all unloading. Now this has 101 construction bots, which is absolutely fine. Don't need any more than that. And what I need is the light oil sight. So let's have a look, see if this looks like it's going to fit. That all looks good there. Right, that didn't stamp down. So let's see if I can find out what was preventing it stamping. Hopefully it's just a tree or something, but there's the possibility it's something a bit more important. Okay, that's going to bridge the networks with landfill. I'm not too worried about that. Do we know what's the problem? No, it must just be a tree or a rock. So let's put this down. There we are. My personal bots are being helpful. More landfills just been dropped off, which is cool. Okay, so any moment now, we've got lots of build orders. So any moment now, we'll get a wave of orders hitting here, and hopefully this will start building itself. Right, in the meantime, let's walk up. So this is slowly filling in. Don't know if we have enough down now to be able to put in the extra power pole. No, we don't. There's a single square here. And of course I have no landfill in my pocket. Okay. Okay, I just want to get this one square down so that I can put a power pole in. Then we'll have radar coverage. There we are. There. Bit of an abuse of personal bots laying down landfill. It's much kinder to lay down landfill with static bots. Okay, so because these two networks are bridged, the construction bots from here are preferring to do landfill to building the site, which is a bit sad. Okay. Maybe that's why it wouldn't build. Take that away. There we are. That's better. So that's probably why the blueprint wouldn't go down. Well, let's just help out where I can. Anything to reduce the... So it means we'll end up with a train that isn't totally empty, but that's not a problem. And if I can get most of the drone ports down, then the site should be able to build once it's ready. Okay. So we have a quite massive construction order down for the landfill. We have another quite massive order down for solar panels over to the east. Between them, it's probably making this whole thing quite upset. Cool. Wow, I had a lot of stuff in my inventory that was useful. Right, so that's it. I think that's everything useful I can do. Okay, well, since these construction bots are being tardy, I'll start grabbing stuff from here. May as well grab as much as fits in my pocket. Good. Oh, here they are. Finally, we've got some orders. Well, this is just going to be what I'm doing for a while. So the problem is, we have lots of landfill being put down over here. You can see roughly the area by the speckling. So every single cell here is a build order. Then we've got our site to put down, which isn't massive in comparison. Then we have this solar field, which I stamped down, and there's a load of items to put down there. So this means there's just a massive queue of items to be constructed by the bots. When it's beyond a certain number of items, the game pages through so it builds them in an order, building what it can within that page, and then it either can or can't build them, because the construction bots in that area do or don't have the items, don't have the items, you know. Then it goes on to the next block of build items, the next block of ghosts. So even if the items are available in one of the other areas, they're not going to get built because they're not in the live list of things. Okay, so there's some construction bots you can see coming over there. They got some orders. It did page around. But for now, I think it's just going to be quicker for me to supplement them by picking up what I can and placing it down. Okay. I'm probably in the wrong suit for this as well. I'm in the fast movement, small build suit. So let's go into the actual building suit. Okay. Okay, that's me full. So the next thing after this is hopefully to get, there's an order coming in. Hopefully I will end up with enough landfill place to be able to put the refinery back down. Then I need to have another look at heavy oil cracking. As someone so eloquently mentioned, the heavy oil cracking site is massively over-engineered for the amount of petroleum I'm going to be doing. I'm going to rerun the numbers on that and see if it's like ridiculous. Got a feeling it might be. If it is, I'm going to do a slimmed down slimmed down heavy cracking with whatever the capacity would be for 10k rockets, and then some circuit conditions to make sure it turns itself off when it's not needed. I will do the same calculation for lube as well. So I'll do a lube build the right size for 10k and slap that down. So those two things will have a single build each. See, it's getting all the orders for the landfilling. So those will be builds I may do here, or it may just be a simple case of, you know, I need 30 chem plants or something, and I can trim down the build I have to 30 rather than however many it has. If it's that simple, I'll just do that. If it's something a bit weirder, then I'll do it on camera. And then we can slap down those two builds. So that's the heavy cracking and lube. Then the next thing after that, if we were to continue with heading towards rockets, would be the rocket fuel. However, I may take a segue at that point, once we have the refinery up and running, to start outposting and bringing in resources. See, there they are coming. So I may then fire up all the modules we currently have, because there may be some systematic issues with the builds which I haven't really twigged to because I haven't run them. It would be nice to find out. And seems to be all the rail we have. Anyway, it's nice to have a running base, basically. So I would like to get the modules I have so far running as soon as we have the heavy oil cracking in place, because that allows us to get the whole thing working. We can start to debug the modules switching themselves on and off as they're needed, as either they have no material to process or they are full up with product. Okay, that's that batch. Yep. However, there's a bit of terraforming that needs to go on. The other job that needs doing is we have our wall for the north half of the site. I really need to wall in the bottom half. I'm getting attacks, and there just aren't really any resources here. So I need to wall in the bottom, see if there's resources worth harvesting, and that could potentially be a bit of a long drawn out job, so we will see. I love watching these flocks of construction bots, they look so pretty. Very cool. Okay, go back for another load. I don't know if you caught it, but there was a competition on over the weekend, hosted by GM8, who are a rent-a-box type company, I believe. And it was a production challenge, so we were trying to launch as many rockets as possible in 48 hours. It was really good fun. So I was on JD's team, and we won, which made it all the more entertaining. The other team, I think, kind of didn't have a chance. We ended up with a bunch of YouTubers and semi-pros on one team, and then some school kids on the other team. So it was a bit one-sided, but I hope both teams had fun. We ended up with a base which was capable of launching 3 rockets a minute, which was intimidating, really. JD and I did most of the upfront design work for it, and I think our things mainly worked in the game. I think things mainly behaved as they should have done in the game. So later on, I will put out a video walking around doing a base tour. Here we are. Good job. So yeah, it'll be cool to look at the final map and see how it works. So I'm going to download a save onto this computer and do a video of walking around the map, or map viewing around the map. Obviously we're looking at the final product, so you're not really seeing how it got there from where we started, but I think there were some people who did live streaming of the event, so you can watch their streams if you want to see how it happened. I think I've got the sound back, so maybe you can hear some background music. Right. I'm not going to show you placing down the refinery site. That, once you've seen it done once, you've seen it. It is kind of nice to see that these things fit into 5 train carriages, though. Look at all those bots. They're all off to get stuff. I get the feeling I'm going to have to do a final walk through here Wow. Because it's possible I've grabbed something into my inventory. Inventory? How do you say that word? Which hasn't been placed down, but which there isn't a duplicate of. So it's kind of important to make sure that I do a final pass through, since I've been doing this manually. Right, they're obviously off to collect some landfill now. I suppose I could have emptied out my inventory so that I could carry more and do fewer trips. But that's pretty much guaranteed to go wrong in some exciting way. Whoops. Ooh, what's that? Oh no, it's just a wall. I wish you could put filters on the damage to say what type of items you care about being notified the damage of. I really don't care about walls or construction bots. I do care about things like belts, because that means something's come through a wall. Alright. Yeah, so I think I'm going to dump everything else in my inventory into a chest, if I can. Then it's available to the bots to place if they want to. So let's put everything in there we can. Okay, and then put everything there we can. There, all right. So, yep. I think I put things into the cargo wagon rather than into a box. Oh well. Is that everything? Well, that was all rather unnecessary. Alright. So this should be the last of the build. Let's head over. Right, so when we placed this down last time, I got the logic wrong. So we will fix that while we're here. Right, it looks like we don't have enough speed modules. Maybe they were not all placed in the first place, but we certainly don't have enough speed modules here. I don't remember stealing them for something else. I'm hoping it is just the speed modules. So, we go... Oh, we don't have radar coverage down there. We'll fix that. Right, running suit. Do we have radars in our pocket? Yes, we have loads. Right, let's run down. Okay, we've got a radar there. Now, great, let's take 45, I'm rich. Right, I can go. And we'll put down, maybe the issue is that we don't have power. Okay, well. Yeah, we don't have power hooked up. And I want to do this power a little bit carefully because it's one of those ones where I would like to... Okay. It's one of those ones where I want to turn the thing on and off, but at the moment we have substations here which are bridging everything. That's not going to work very well. So I may have to replace these substations with wires. That means recabling all the logic down the middle. So yeah, anyway, what I'm trying to say is it needs doing. I can't be bothered to do it now. Okay. Right, that's our backbone. So we can put a radar there. Right, so now we have radar coverage of this site. If we head directly north, right, so that's this one totally done for speed modules now. Right, and we're out. Let's check. Yeah, so we've managed to keep the station names, which is good. Right, so I'm going to steal some speed modules from the other build. I shouldn't really be doing this. It is at best rude, but I would like to get this build totally done. Then I'll put the excess back in there, and then we'll have to make the rest as new modules at the main base. Right, are we any better off? Still don't have them all, so I must have been really short on speed modules. Well, that's a shame. I hope I haven't got a box of them somewhere that I've lost them down the back of a sofa. Okay, so at the moment the logic for this is balked. What I want is for light oil cracking to work in one of two conditions. Either there is space in these tanks to accept petroleum, or for this to run there must be space in the tanks to accept petroleum, and there must be light oil in these tanks ready for cracking. If either of those conditions are not met, I want this turned off. Okay, so this is one of those ones where I'd hooked up two switches and they kind of catch the wrong things. So this is turning on power if we have some light oil. The problem is, if we have light oil and the petroleum is full the other side, I want the thing off, but this would keep it on. Right, so let's kill that. And we'll head over here and kill this. Okay, now we appear to have some bad things happening here with the power being cross. Okay, I think if we run around and get rid of all these drones that we used for construction and their big power poles, then at some point we'll end up cutting the one that's causing the problem. Great, that can go. That can go. Right, that can go. That's the power onto there. I want to keep that, but I want to get rid of that. go that one. That'll be the one. That's the one. Okay, so what I think I want to do is arithmetic. I want a decider. That's a switch. I'll need the power switch in a minute. I need a decider combinator. Do we have any of those in any of our trains? So this is our refinery. I'm not going to steal it from there because if it's needed, it's needed. Is that that's a decider combinator. It ended up down there. Okay. Cool. So this is going to decide. Let's move that over a bit. Okay. So this is going to read the amount of fluid which is in these tanks. Right. If it's less than, if the petroleum here is less than 20k, sorry, 200k, so it's 25, 50, 75, 100, yeah, it's 200k. Then we're going to output one green signal. So that says we have room to accept product. Okay, and then we'll wire that to this big pole. We'll carry this all the way around. To there. Okay, then we can take another decider. This is going to measure the... Oh, is that a green wire? Yeah, that's a green wire there. Okay, I may have to fix it the other end. So we'll take a green wire from here to... No, it's definitely a red. Let's try again. Red wire from here to here. Okay, and this is going to say that the light oil is greater than 0. So there is some light oil. Right, and if we have light oil, we're going to output a green. Is that the right way to do it? All right, the other way we could do this is we could say if the light oil is equal to 0, then output a red signal, red for stop. So there's nothing here to process. So output a red. Right, we're going to push that red out onto this circuit network. Okay, so currently there is one red because there's no inputs. Let's run around here. Okay, so let's redo this one. Right, so instead of outputting one green for less than 200k, we'll output one red for equal to 200k. Right, so this is now not outputting. But what we can now do is put in our power switch, which is probably obvious where it's located to you. It's hiding, there it is. Okay, power switch. We take a piece of copper wire, we go from here to here, and then from here to here. So that's now bridged. Then we take a green wire from here to here, and we turn this on whenever the reds are 0. So this is going to output a red if it's full. If it's full, we want the thing to turn off. So reds would be 1. The other end, if there's no inputs, we want this thing to be turned off. So again, that would be a 1. So if there's no inputs and the output's full, they would get 2 reds and it would be off. Unlikely conjunction of circumstances, but it's the unlikely ones that break you. So that, I think, is the correct logic. Okay, and were we waiting on a... No trains here or here. This train here has some stuff. Ooh, that's quite a nice lot. And pick that up in my hand. I don't know if they preferentially use things you're holding. Nope, they don't. Okay, so I think that's it for speed modules. That's pretty cool. Then if we need some prop mods there, just a single prop mod. So put those back. Let's take a stack. And there we are. So that is the refinery reinstated, I believe, at the expense of having stolen modules from... sorry, that's the cracking reinstated at the cost of having stolen modules from refinery. Okay, let's take this away. This can go back to outposting. This one I'm going to keep hold of for a minute, because I'm not quite sure what to do about the refinery here. Right, this is getting a bit congested, but I can park here. Yeah. So the next thing to do is to decommission this. Okay, we need to reinstate a signal here. And they can go. Great, so this is the refinery train. There is currently no chance of placing it. At least this landfill has been placed. Where are we? There. So it's still not totally landfilled. And there certainly is not the room to get in here. So let's grab the blueprint for the refinery. Yeah, you can see it's just covering a lot of space that's going to need to be filled. I may resort to manually filling. Let's stamp this down anyway, because as soon as possible I would like to get the refinery train in here. There we are, more landfill. At some point it may be worth moving the landfill train higher up. Okay, let's bring this round manually. Okay, if I take it past this signal, then it's not blocking the landfill train, so we're all good. And if I grab Okay, take another one. Okay, now this needs a name. Refinery packs, cool. So this can go to refinery packs, circuit condition, go. Oh, I'm pleased about that. And exactly on time, we run out of fuel. We had a little blueprint here for unloading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Great. I'm just going to fuel that with wood just to get rid of the nasty flashing lights. They annoy me. There we go. So this is now providing the materials here. As and when this gets landfilled, I will stamp this print down again and again and again, and then we'll be done. So thanks very much for watching. As I say, I'm not going to video all this process. It's tedious and time consuming. But I thought I'd show you basically how it works in case you ever need to do anything like this yourself. Alright, thanks very much. I will see you again soon. I hope you're having fun. Bye.